The media in this country are a complete disgrace. We've already known this, but look at this. Look at the spectacle. Look, a bunch of clowns. Who can be first to report what? Why do you have to be first to report anything? Absolute spectacle. You ever wonder why they don't cover so many of the issues that are important to us, ladies and gentlemen? Because they're driven by ideology, and they're incompetent, and they're stupid. All day long, false reports, one after another. And then when a false report comes out, like lemmings, another news agency picks it up. One piles on top of another. What's the difference if we learn about something at 5 p.m. versus noon? Or 24 hours rather than 12 hours? You've got 1,000 law enforcement personnel working this case. Top experts from all over the nation, from Quantico, I assure you, people at our intelligence agencies and in the military, checking their usual sources and going through their usual tactics and so forth. I assure you all this is going on. But these press types, how can you ever trust them? Honestly. Here we have a terrorist attack. I don't care what anybody else calls it. It's a terrorist attack. In the middle of one of our major metropolitan areas. And look at them. What do they care about? Getting you the facts? No. Being the first to report. Why? So 2, 3, 8 months from now, they can go to the little conventions or little seminars televised on C-SPAN and so forth, giving each other awards, Pulitzers. They talk about we the people. We shouldn't draw conclusions. We the people. We should wait for the facts. And the very people who tell us this, they don't wait for anything. But I don't need people to tell me what they guess happened. And I'm not going to do it. I'll let the reporters do it. And CNN, I'm going to tell you something. The biggest disgrace in media next to MSLSD. Biggest disgrace. Somebody's arrested. Nobody's arrested. How do you get that wrong? I'll tell you how you get that wrong. You go with one source, attributed or unattributed, but you want to be the first one. Meanwhile, CNN, if you go to the airport, if you go to a restaurant, you go to these different places, CNN is the cable network they have in most of these places. Why? Well, that's real news. No, it's not real news. It's a joke. And how many times have we heard these media types tell us, forget about the Internet and the news that's reported on the Internet. Forget about bloggers. There's nobody who can check them. They don't have editors. They don't have a vetting system. Look at this. They're talking about themselves. A complete breakdown of journalism in this country. Cheerleaders when it comes to politics, and when it comes to a huge matter like this, a terrorist attack in Boston, look at him. But they're all running around. They're all excited, trying to get the story first. It's a disgrace. This is why Benghazi sits there, still sits there. It still sits there. Nothing. Where are the perpetrators? Where are the murderers? 4 Americans were killed there. 4. Where are they? Where are the witnesses? Why is the federal government keeping a clamp on them? Why aren't their faces and their names out there? Why aren't they talking to us? Who's stopping them from talking to us? Why? I don't know. Does CNN know? They don't care. They don't care. We get to issues, big issues, like the financial well-being of this nation. We're going over a cliff. They're spending like hell and they won't stop. We don't get real stories about the threat that this nation faces. The colossal threat that we face no, it's just who's in, who's out. Did Obama have a winning day or a bad day? And I'll get to these issues when it comes to gun control and immigration and so forth. There is no news to report about what's taken place in Boston until the FBI has a news conference. They were supposed to have one at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and they may have one during the course of this program, and if they do, I will cover it. But what are we supposed to do? Play games about CNN and the other networks and repeat their garbage? No, I'm not going to do it. Then we have these left-wing sites hoping. I saw this article this morning. Rush saw it. Sean saw it. We all saw it. Hoping that the diabolical barbarian or barbarians who did this are white. Now, how sick is that? That they're white? Like we care if they're white or something else? I'm just telling you, this is how sick they've gotten in Washington, D.C. They don't operate like we do in America. They don't think like we do in America. They don't go through what we go through in America. They live in their own little bubble inside the Beltway.